here.
Yeah. So we have a really disturbing topic that even on social media, it's like a real disturbing topic. And our topic is bullying. Its effects on students' self-esteem and educational growth stroke learning. So before we start, what is bullying?
From my research and from my own definition, I would say bullying is a repeated intentional act, of aggression passed across to another fellow, which the person, the bully knows, has in mind that the other person is weak or less less empowered. So it's an intentional act, and it's done repeatedly. It's not once, it's not twice. It's a repeated intentional act of aggression being passed to another person. I don't know if that will answer your question.
Yeah. So how does it bring about low self-esteem and affect students in their learning?
Bullying does not only it's a big thing. It affects emotions of the one receiving it.
Oh, yeah.
I have been a victim of bullying while I was in secondary school, and even till as an adult, I cannot stop talking about it to my kids. Though bully come in different formats, it comes verbally, it can come through physical combat, it can come in probably even digital in these days.
Yes.
Bullying is occurring on social media. And bullying can definitely affect intellectual and intellectual performance. Yes, it can, because it's an intentional act of wickedness, the way I usually like to say. Some might say maybe it's not intentional, but some of these bullies do it. They plot it out.
Yeah. Yes, they do plot it out.
They plot it out and make the other person feel less of him or herself. And you see the other one afraid. Once fear comes in, fear is the key thing, that is a tool that devil usually use to break one down. And once the fear comes in, you see the other fellow scared of going to school or feeling a poor self-esteem setting, and the other child begin to panic. And from there, distraction sets in. They won't be able to focus on their academics, and before you know it, the fear of, once they see that particular bully coming, there's this fear that grips and paralyzes the whole, metabolism of the child.
And the funniest thing is that they don't even tell their parents. Like, they keep it to themselves, and like the parents don't even what is wrong with this, my child?
Yes, it's African mentality thing. It happens in my school, and we try to orientate parents about it. Things like parents saying, if your mate is beating you and you are here, you are crying,
beat them back.
You must beat back. And that is just the seed of bullying being sown in the heart of a particular child. There was a case we handled in our school that the girl, she's not the aggressive type, but any little thing in class, maybe she make a mistake or wherever, you see all the other classmates laughing at her, and she's feeling remorse, she's feeling bad. She'll get home, report the case to the mother, and the mother keeps telling her that beat anybody that does it, pound on them, press them down, let their mother come, I will also come. And there was a day this child did exactly what the mother did, and the class became chaotic in such a way that we could not even control the children in the class. And when we asked her, we've never seen you in this act, what happened? He says, it's my mommy that said we needed to orientate the girl again. Imagine there wasn't a proper orientation. That child will continue like that, and before you know it, she's thinking she's trying to defend herself. But over time, when she keeps practicing it, you see that she will become a bully herself.
Yes.
So parents they all have a whole lot of work to do.
So let me just come in with this question. What is the root cause of that, as in the bullying action? Is it that the child came from a wrong home, or is it the environment, or the type of friends that they move with? What is the root cause of that?
That's a very good question, moderator. There's a whole lot of factors that contributes to the act's bullying. It's not just formed. An habit is not formed by one attempt. When you repeat a particular habit over and over and over again, that's why in my definition I said bullying is a repeated and intentional act. Now, for a child to grow up or just is being discovered to be a bully, definitely that child had seen it somewhere. Children mirror what they see in their environment. Number one, they mirror what they see in their environment, what they hear, what they see. It's possible such child had grown up in an abusive environment. Probably what they see their parents do, probably what they've seen in their neighborhood, fighting, smoking, noise, unnecessary noise, abusive way of responding. Even in some homes, some parents, any slight thing, they raise curses on their children. Any slight thing, bars, bows, any slight thing, even the husband, they crazy. I mean, they talk to like that, and children are there watching. And before you know it, unconsciously, they are writing all of this abusive attitude in the subconscious of the child. Before you know it, the child would think it's normal. They just begin to exhibit it. They begin to show it across classroom.
They get married and all that. Just go
check
on
it
and
out.
on.
A child that lives in a domesticated house, a domestic house where parents fight time to time. What do you expect? Such a child won't see anything wrong in hitting a child, in eating a female or eating a fellow friend. They become violent. It's natural. It comes in natural. So we are product of what we see. We are product of what we hear. We are product of what we live to believe in our environment. So environment plays a giant role in fine-tuning the attitude of an individual. Do you understand? So for me, I would say the parent can also contribute to cultivating that terrible habit. Environment also has a role. Then keeping companies definitely is what you've learned from your environment that will attract you to the wrong company. Do you get what I'm saying? If you've lived in a violent environment where you see guys smoke, they fight, they pierce each other bottles, definitely, and you think that's the proper way of life, you'll be attracted to such kind of people too when you go to any school.
Yes.
You understand? And from there, because that is your area of interest, that's what you think is normal. Every other thing you see becomes abnormal. And before you know it, they live as a bully.
Oh, thank you very much, ma. Some schools, they have this suggestion box for students. If they are passing through anything, they can just put. But I don't think each student even do it. So, can you give?
They might probably be afraid that if I drop this, if they get to know that I was the one that reported, won't the bullies come after me? But if they can build their confidence from childhood, it starts from as little as cockroach.
Okay.
My husband was saying something this morning. Was it this morning or yesterday that our daughter saw a cockroach? Hey, cockroach! Calling the elder brother, come and go kill this cockroach. And in course of doing that, what do you think? Fear.
Yes.
The child cannot conquer fear. So when I said fear is very important to be killed in the life of any child. It's natural. Children can have this horrific fear. Fear of darkness, fear of loneliness, fear of tiny creeping creatures and all that. If parents can help them eradicate all of this fear, gradually it will build up for self-confidence and self-esteem over time. So all of this is very important. Parents, creating a safe environment for their children. Like this summer holiday, some children are at home, parents go to work. How safe is your environment? Well, bullying extends to abuse.
Yes, abuse.
Sexual abuse and all that. And it's more rampant during this summer, during holidays, summer holidays, Christmas holidays and all of that, when they're at home with their uncles and all of that. But if proper orientation is done, it will build the child's confidence to know his or her own right and what to do when such a thing happens. Then secondly, I've talked about parental involvement. I've talked about peer support, that schools must involve the children themselves. Something bad has happened to your friend, report to the nearest adult around you. It might not necessarily be the teacher in your class, a trusted adult that you are seeing around. It could be a senior that can quickly take it to the right place. So once there's a structure, definitely gradually it will eradicate. Then collaboration from the community.
Okay.
Working with religious bodies is also one of it. Pastors should talk about it in their churches. Okay. Imams should talk about it in their mosque. In their madrasat, they should address it. It's not just learning about the Quran or about the Bible. They should teach people about their rights. They should teach people about how to build confidence, kill their frights and their fears. You understand? Then NGOs too. I know Regalo is doing so much, and that is why this program is coming up. So I'm saying thank you to Regalo for the opportunity. It's a big one, I'm telling you. I'm praying that God will continually increase the organization and give them more grace to do greater and giant programs like this. So counselors, government, everybody, we all have a role to play. Once all hands are on deck, definitely there'll be a better Nigeria. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much for this wonderful section, for sharing your experience on bullying and how it can be eradicated. I wouldn't want to say my own story because it's quite funny.
Definitely, everybody has a story.
But I was able to overcome. So to the student out there, are you being bullied? You can just report to the nearest reasonable and responsible adult. Trusted adult. I would come to the end of this section, Regalo Foundation, and it's the pleasure of speaking with Mrs. Ajayi Oyenike.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma. I would just like to plead to our viewers, if you love what we are doing, just subscribe to at Regalo Foundation. Thank you very much. I remain your host, Nkechi Jane Obodoke. Thank you. This is Voices of Regalo.